Hey y'all, today we have a guest speaker on from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. That's in southern middle Tennessee. We recently worked together on a property together. She represented the sellers and I represented the buyers. And Heidi, could you tell us how long have you lived in Lawrenceburg?
Hey guys, thanks for having me, Rachel. I really appreciate it. And by the way, you were great to work with, so I highly recommend Rachel for any buyers out there. So I've lived in this area about 15 years, Lawrence County. I grew up just outside of Nashville in a town called Smyrna. So I'm a Tennessee native, been here all my life.
That's my neck of the woods in Smyrna.
Yeah.
So how is the area
living? I'm sorry, talking over each other.
Oh, it's okay.
I was just gonna say my parents still live in the Murfreesboro area where you are, yeah.
Love it. So how has the area in Lawrenceburg changed over the years?
Oh, wow. As Nashville has continued growing, a lot of people are wanting to get out of the bigger cities and come to where there's more space. And we're still mostly a rural community. So, we still have lots of acreage and century-old farms that have been in the family for years and years. But the market's picked up. I mean, as I'm sure you've been telling your viewers, we are in an extreme seller's market. So we're having a hard time keeping inventory here. But yeah, we have a little more space out here than you might find closer to, Nashville and more, larger cities.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that are looking for the more quiet life, but they still want an area that has high-speed internet and a good hospital. What can you tell us about that in Lawrenceburg?
Yes, so we are located about 80 miles southwest of Nashville. So within about an hour's drive, you can be into Nashville. Now, we sit right between Highway or Interstate 65 and then the Alabama state line. And we're at a intersection of Route 43 and Route 64. It's known as the Crossroads of Dixie. So we're in a really good location if you need to head north or south, east or west. Lawrenceburg's actually the largest city on Tennessee's southern border between Chattanooga and Memphis. So very easy to access. For a good hospital, we are, I'm so bad I didn't look up the mileage, but it's about a 30-minute drive. Well, if you're on the north part of our county, maybe a 15-minute drive north to Columbia. Murray Regional Hospital is in Columbia, and that's a really good hospital. It gets lots of good reviews.
Oh, that's great. And I love that you mentioned the quick access to the interstates. I bet that makes it really good for different companies that want to relocate to the area. What can you tell us about the jobs?
Most of the industry here is manufacturing. We have a lot of manufacturing companies. In fact, I don't know if you've ever heard of Cabinets to Go. Cabinets to Go relocated here about 3 or 4 years ago, their main headquarters from California. So they're here in Lawrenceburg. Dura Automotive, I can't think of all of them, but a lot of manufacturing here locally in Lawrenceburg.
Oh, that's great. I know you mentioned earlier the market, and a lot of people ask me, I want an area that doesn't have an HOA or a lot of restrictions. What can you tell us about the restrictions in Lawrenceburg?
Well, as far as HOAs go, we have one subdivision in the whole county that has an HOA.
Completely the opposite of my market.
Right, yeah, one. And some, other subdivisions do have some restrictions, but they mostly just have to do with, don't leave a car on blocks in your front yard and
We get that, don't we?
Yeah. Just maintaining the neighborhood and keeping, it looking nice. But I tell you what, if you don't buy in one of the few neighborhoods that we have in town, but buy out in the county, you can do anything you want on your property, really. Yeah, I mean, you can build any kind of barn you want. You can raise chickens if you want.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the limitations, there's not a whole lot.
That's great. Now, what if somebody does want to relocate to the area? What can they expect as far as like the average price of, say, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home?
Yeah, you told me you were going to ask me that question, so I just did a search today. So in Lawrence County, and it's pretty similar east of us, Wayne County, and west of us, Giles County. We're all along the southern border here, and prices are usually pretty similar. But today's average is $174,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house.
That's great that there's still places in Tennessee where you can still get a home for under $200,000.
Yes, you can. And if you want brand new, I just listed a brand new house about, let's see, a little over 2,000 square feet, nice brick, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a double garage, a bonus room over the garage. Very nice finishings, real hardwood floors, granite countertops, recessed lighting, tray ceilings, on about a little over an acre. And we listed that for $320,000, and it went under contract within 3 days.
It doesn't take long. Those beautiful homes, people want them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about, like, what are some of your favorite things to do in Lawrenceburg?
A lot of outdoor fun here. The Buffalo River runs through our county, so that's really popular. You'll see kayaks and canoes in the backyard or in the garage of most homes here. A lot of people like to go kayaking and canoeing down the Buffalo River. It's good for fishing too, lots of good fishing spots. We're not far from the Tennessee River down in Alabama. 40-minute drive. You can be fishing on the Tennessee River or boating, skiing with your friends. And we have Davy Crockett State Park right here in Lawrenceburg. It's a small state park, but beautiful. If you just like driving around and seeing the deer, and there's good camping in the park. So let's see, there was one other thing I was going to mention. Oh, if you're big on four-wheeling and ATV, we have hundreds of acres in the northern part of the county in Summertown, and I believe it's called Wheeling in the Country. And you can bring your 4x4 vehicles, ATVs, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and go crazy.
That sounds like a blast. Oh,
it is.
Well, thank you again. Now, is there anything else that if somebody's relocating to Lawrenceburg that they need to know before they make the move?
Well, there's an endless amount of questions that a client can ask. I just say, call me. Any questions you have, I will be ready and willing to work on your behalf. If I don't know the answer, I will find out ASAP. And I think you had mentioned something about internet. We are getting better and better internet out here. It used to be that, if you weren't in town, then you could only rely on satellite internet, but that has been changing. They're working hard. Spectrum, we have them laying a lot of fiber throughout the city, and another company called Lorettatel, and they've been laying a lot of fiber. So it's improving month by month, and they have some goals that they've shared online of what they hope to have covered by fiber in the next few years. So even though we're rural, you can still live out in the country and work from home if that's what you're needing to do, have high-speed internet.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much again, Heidi, for coming and talk with us today. Heidi Osterheld, everybody. I'm going to leave all of your contact information down in the description, as well as her email, website, any and all of that stuff. So if any of y'all want to move to Southern Middle Tennessee, Lawrenceburg, as well as I'm sure the surrounding counties, call Heidi, let her know, hey, I saw you on YouTube.
Yeah, please do. Let me know. And I look forward to working with anyone who gives me a call. As Rachael knows, it's been pretty busy here lately. She keeps trying to pin me down on this interview, and the market's hot right now. So
the market
if
is
you're
hot.
Playing with the idea, yeah, just go ahead and touch base with me. Let's get everything set up so that you don't miss out on an opportunity. If I need to go out there and give you a virtual tour, whatever we need to do, I will be your eyes and ears right here in Southern Middle Tennessee.
Aw, thank you so much, Heidi, and we look forward to talking with you again sometime.
Thank you, Rachael.